Oh yeah, things are getting a little bit ridiculous when it comes to water. Look at this. The first volcano is almost submerged. And I believe we now have enough red bolts to fully charge this thing, right? Charging progress 100%. So oh, would you look at that? Some of these steam turbines already have the access they need to the steam, which is pretty nice. I don't know, my friends. I don't know if Harold is going to be able to survive. It's too slow. It's too slow. Hello there, I'm the base manager and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. Now, today my friends, I think we are going to take care of the final preparations for this playthrough. Yes, I think we are closing in on its end. We have one final objective: open the temporal tear and send a dupe through the hole in space-time continuum to see what's on the other side. I think we already know, but still, this colony, they don't know it yet. So, yeah, my friends, today we are going to finalize recharging the temporal tear, which sits at 50%, so that much is guaranteed unless something terrible happens, of course. Yeah, I think we can get the temporal tear charged up by the end of today, but we are not going to activate it. Nope, we are going to leave that for tomorrow, and in the 50 cycles that we have for today's episode, we are going to send this rocket back home, and we are going to replace it with this one over here, and we're going to start taking care of some of this water, because well, even though we have zero steam right now, we could see last time that the steam pressure in here could get a little bit high, and we don't want to overpressurize this volcano, so we need to get rid of some of this water. Plain, it's just as simple as that. This is way too much water. Besides, the fact that we get rid of some of this water is actually going to help us out in the long run. I just want to leave like a layer, some at this level, right? Close to the tepidizers, but not much than that, just so that we can keep enough temperature going. So, enough ranting about, I don't care about the iron, let's call in the crew, send this rocket back home, and over here, luckily for us... no, not really, more unluckily. And another coffee mug, because I don't have enough of those. Like, I know this is a completely separate rant and all, but I visit all the POIs for artifacts, I visit the most of the asteroid fields, and I still haven't found Russell's tea set, its teapot and its tea mug, which I find very distasteful of an archaeology playthrough, and we don't get to have all of the artifacts. But well, in any case, my friends, time to send this. Wait a second. You, come here. Come here. Go back home. Because Barry over here is the pilot of the other rocket, so I was wondering where the hell was she? Because, yeah. In any case, like I was saying, my friends, we are going to wait for Barry. Barry is going to get inside of this rocket, go into the frosty planet, and start absorbing a little bit of that water. Now, my friends, it might be a little while until the rocket is here, but we can start preparations for its arrival. It would be nice for all the buildings to be ready once the rocket arrives. We can build it out of this thingy, at least inside of the steam chamber. Or maybe that's not a good idea. I don't have enough materials to build it completely out of the insulated pipes, so it is what it is. Oh well. By the way, my friends, fun fact, only in this playthrough did I learn that liquid pumps don't need to be supported. You probably won't believe me, but even after like 800 hours I didn't knew this. Yeah, also I am only now noticing there is a bit of brine ice that is completely encased in neutronium. Oh, cool. Well, Barry has arrived, which means that she's going to jump from one rocket into another one. There we go. Frosty Planet as the final destination. I'm pretty certain is still Barry the pilot. Yep. Incredible, I have 31 dupes, yet I almost know all the I know all the names for all of them. If these guys didn't didn't give me so much hassle, this was probably not the case. In any case, let's launch this rocket. Everything is ready with it. I'm pretty certain that everything inside is pretty cool. Yep, no problem whatsoever except for the oxygen. The oxygen is not going to be a problem because on the other colony we have oxygen resupplying services, as we can see, which is pretty cool. Alright, my friends, good news. With the rocket on its way, we already have the system ready to receive it. We have the water already in the pipes waiting. Now, this is going to take a little bit of time because we are not going to be transporting at full efficiency. Some of these packets are not full packets, they are just a little bit, but well, whatever. What matters is that we fill that rocket with a bunch of water. That way that water won't turn into steam, overpressurizing this chamber. Oh yeah, things are getting a little bit ridiculous when it comes to water. Look at this. The first volcano is almost submerged, and I'm pretty certain we still have a bunch of liquefiables to go through. Let's take a look at that. Not really, actually. We are on the last stretch, so... maybe, just maybe, we won't be able to submerge this thingy. I almost wanted to, but it's probably for the best. Is less water that we need to transport, so... Oh, would you look at that? This journey was actually... Wait a second, how the hell did you get in here so quickly? Barry! Did you really go over the speed limit just to get in here? I am surprised. But, you know, the space police might not find your behavior acceptable. Just saying, I am actually impressed. Usually this rocket takes like between 5 to 8 cycles. I never know the exact distance, the exact amount of time. But yeah, this rocket takes a very long time, and Bahi was actually pretty quick. So yeah, very impressed, Bahi. Now, my friends, I must admit that 36 tons of water, well, barely is going to make any dent in here whatsoever. Let's see, what is 36 tiles of water? That's this. This amount of water, this much of yeah. I think we might need to vent some water into space. Maybe. I would rather not do that, even though the playthrough is almost at its end, and we, well, technically are... Let's be frank, we are not going to need this water for anything. It still feels wrong, I have to admit. And yeah, my friends, I know. It is a little bit sad that the end is almost here. I'm pretty certain that this is the second to last episode of this series, my friends. There is actually 2 reasons for that. The first reason is the fact that, well, we have done everything, we have achieved all the endings, and I have done all the things that I wanted to do. Of course, there is multiple things that we could do, right? But, well, that's when the second reason comes into action. Summer is here, and, well, oxygen not included enjoys... melting computers, right? And my computer just can't handle this during summer. It's just not possible. The heat is in here already, and I can feel the the suffering in my computer. It screams. It's like you can't hear this because of the filters in the microphone, but right now the computer is screaming, and we are only at 29 degrees Celsius. Imagine how things are going to get once we get into the 39s. Yeah, no, that's impossible. So, yeah, my friends, those are my main 2 reasons. Right now, for the last, like, 5 episodes, oxygen not included, at least for me, has become a waiting simulator. So, I think we are going to move on to other things. Now, I'm pretty certain that to replace oxygen not included, we are going to get Captain of Industry into the game. It's a game that has a lot of similarities to Factory Town. I won't spoil it too much, and you probably already know which game I am talking about. If not, well, in a few days we are going to start the playthrough, so maybe you will enjoy that. And who is taking a bath in the radiation pool? Well, my friends, I've been thinking, and why not? There is pretty much nothing else for us to do, so I'm just going to slap down a quick interplanetary launcher over here, and we are going to start exporting a little bit of natural gas into the frosty world. This way we'll be able to generate more power without having the carbon dioxide problem all the time. We just need to replace these thingies with the natural gas burners, natural gas generators. Why do I make up names? I don't know. And we'll put a few of these burning natural gas that we receive from the other colony, and I think that should be pretty simple. Now, the only thing, there is only like one small issue. You see, we have a bunch of oxygen over here. You see that? You see that? That might be a small issue, because we need to eject all of that oxygen before we can get the... how should I put it? Before we can get the natural gas geyser, because the line itself is interrupted. You see? Like, the line is stalled, and therefore the thingy cannot leave the machine. Now, we could technically only accept packets from this one, which would help us out. We don't have any oxygen in here. That might be a quick solution. Yep, you know what? That is the quick solution, my friends. We are just going to disable this machine, which is, well, stocked up with a bunch of oxygen. We are not going to need oxygen anytime soon. We are not exporting oxygen in here, which means we don't even need to filtrate it. We can just, like, go like this and be done with it. And, well, that's pretty much it. All I need to do is send some... packets from the other planet in here, and every time we collect it, we'll put the natural gas into the machine. And by the way, my friends, I'm sorry that my English today is not exactly to the best of my abilities, but I had a very tiresome day today, and yeah, not exactly the best of days today for the base manager, shall I say. But well, my friends, that is going to take a little bit of time to get the power plant going, because I need more steel. I used it all in building multiple things, and yeah, now I need more. Luckily for us, now when it comes to the temperature side of things, we have a bunch of volcanoes that are finally becoming operational once again, which is just wonderful, given that the temperature of the chamber was not like it was dropping or anything. Well, it was dropping a little bit, shall we say, but nothing to be worried about, of course. But yeah, it's nice now to have extremely hot materials once again running. Maybe we can get that steam going. That would be nice if we could get another steam explosion that would cover the entire chamber. That would be awesome. But I think that is going to take a little bit of time. And for now, let's see, how are things on this side? We are still missing a little bit of pipe over there, but that's totally fine. And whenever you guys feel like putting the freaking freaking thingy over there, that would be pretty nice as well. There is 19 seeds over here already. That's a little bit too much. Let's not send all of the seeds, please. Alright, my friends, here we go. So now we are accumulating all of that natural gas into here. Now, let me tell you, transporting gases in the interplanetary launcher is very, very efficient in comparison to the other thingies. And the reason for that is each packet takes 200 kilograms, right? This thing holds 150, so each one of those little bullets, like little shells over here, has more gas inside of it than a full gas reservoir made out of, say, 6 tiles. Yeah, that's ridiculous. But well, now, my friends, when it comes to numbers, we are collecting roughly 100 rad bolts per day. Each launch takes 90 rad bolts, so we are going to be launching one thingy per day, which means 200 kilograms transported per a cycle. I think that we shouldn't be burning through that much gas, so I think it's going to be fine in the end. Well, my friends, simply because, I mean, why not? I spoke about this a few episodes ago, and right now we actually have an opportunity to do it. So we are going to use this thingy, an automation broadcast thingy, to send a signal. Oh, we already have the thermium here. Nice. To send a signal to the Pichilo's planet every time we run out of fuel. That way we can, even though we are not going to be here, we can automate this system so that the dupes don't have to worry about micromanaging those kinds of things when we are not around. Interesting. So, we have in here the unnamed broadcaster, right? We could change its name and whatever, but the interesting part is in here, in Pinchillos, it says out of range. Broadcaster, oh. Maybe, here we go. This receiver is too far from the selected broadcast to get signal updates. Oh. Wait. What? I mean, it's not that far. It's a couple of tiles, but I mean, it's not exactly the furthest planet from here. I mean, well, the idea was good, but apparently I won't be able to do it. I don't know. It's one of those things, right? The idea was there, but apparently not the execution. Alright, good news, the natural gas is in here and we already have one of the machines ready, which means we are going to start producing power non-stop. Now I would like to create a separate automation for this thing, because I want this machine to operate first, and if at all possible have the coal generators chill out for a moment, you feel me? That way we won't be producing carbon dioxide if we don't have to. And, you know, the natural gas generators are a little bit more powerful, so... Well, my friends, I'm very stubborn, but even with my stubbornness, I can't find a solution because we are still out of range in here. My idea was quite simple. What we would do is we would create a relay from here, we would communicate back into the main base, and from the main base we would then broadcast into here. Right, because I'm pretty certain that this one is in range. However, even that brilliant idea wasn't good enough because we are still out of range. Yep. So how the hell am I supposed to bring a signal from here into anywhere in the galaxy? Because apparently every single planet is out of range from this one. Right? Like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe this one could be in range? Maybe, but I don't know, even this one seems to be a little bit far away. So, once again, the idea was good, the execution not so much. Alright, here we go, my friends. The natural gas generators are built. I have space for one more and I am already sending thermium. I already used all the thermium that I sent. Given the long line of things that we have to send to this planet, there is like a little bit of delay between the moment I press on the other planet the material and the material actually arriving in here. There is a big line and a lot of red bolts that need to go through the machine before those things are launched, but in any case it should be a couple of cycles before that is here, and then we will be able to almost run the entire thing just off of the natural gas generators. We'll still have the coal generators activate every so often just to give us a little bit of power. But yeah, these things are actually great because they don't produce carbon dioxide. They do produce a little bit of polluted water, but that's not really like super important. This polluted water is extremely hot anyway, so it actually kind of helps us out, and the pressure in here is relatively high, so we shouldn't have any off gas from polluted water into polluted oxygen. Once again, not causing us major problems. So, cool. More power to this thingy means we can run even more liquid appetizers if we need to. Alright, my friends, this rocket is completely full and we barely made a dent on this planet. Good to know, we are doing our best to get as much water as we can, but apparently that is basically nothing. That's fine. Once Barry arrives on the other planet, she'll touch down with this rocket, and the other one is ready to go, I think. Yep, completely resupplied, so we'll just change this direction from here to here. And like I said, once she touches down, she'll replace one rocket for the other and go into the frosty planet so that we can absorb even more water. Hopefully we'll be able to make a big dent, enough so that we don't completely overpressurize the steam chamber. I underestimated the amount of fuel we would be consuming, my friends, because this thing is already tapped out. We already used all of the fuel that we have sent, And, well, we also used all of the fuel that we had over here in the first place. Wow! Just unbelievable the amount of power we are actually generating over here. Okay, I think I take the message game. Okay, let's turn off at least one of the tapodizers. The other one can keep on running because we know that using the coal generators we can keep it supplied with power, but unfortunately it would appear that the natural gas generator was... Oh yeah, like why is this a bad idea? Because of this. Oh well, that's fine, it happens. It will give us something for our dupes to do, that way they get to repair something. But yeah, without fuel these things won't run, and we pretty much burned through all of it. Gotta be honest, my friends, this caught me a little bit by surprise. Especially because, well, we have this natural gas geyser that is dormant, so it doesn't really help too much the situation, and we are also not requesting a lot of petroleum, or in this case crude oil. So once again, we are not producing natural gas, so all of those things combined, they don't help too much. Now, this is actually having a severe impact on our fuel levels over here. We have plenty of petroleum, so we'll never run low on power anyway because of the fantastic and overly complicated automation that we have for our power plant, but at the same time it's a little bit, shall we say, scary to run through all of that fuel so quickly. Yeah, my friends, I think I now realize how futile my efforts are to empty out this planet of its water. I should have probably have started doing this like 5 episodes ago in order to make any dent whatsoever. Because, yeah, if I'm able to like fill this rocket, send it back and then bring the other rocket and fill that one up by the end of the episode, that's a lot. And yeah, like that's like at best case scenario, we will be able to do like something along these lines of damage to the amount of water, and that's being pretty generous. So yeah, like no way in a lifetime that we are going to be able to absorb that much water. It was a good attempt, but at the same time it's like we don't lose nothing in absorbing it. So I think it would take like 1,000 cycles to heat up all of this water. So yeah. Oh. Did we just won the war on liquefables? Oh, my friends, look at that. How beautiful is that? No more chilling in this planet. All the heat is now here to stay, and that's just beautiful. Finally, my friends. Now, I actually have been thinking about this for a little while, and then I came to one interesting realization. There was actually very little things we could do to technically speed this one up, because if you think about it, this is a closed system, right? No heat escapes from here into space or into the remaining of the planet. All of it, from the moment is produced by the volcanoes, the power plants, whatever, all of it gets trapped in here. So yeah, like we could do 1,000 things, but if we are not generating more heat, then there is very little we could do to actually achieve the end result, if you know what I mean. Okay, so what kinds of things we could have done at the time? Mining out the entire planet is probably the best course of action, because you have the amount of thermal mass that you have to deal with. Then, if you can, get rid of that ice, or at least a big chunk of it, would also help, because once again you are diminishing the amount of thermal mass that you have to worry about. And well, other than that, is just to pretty much follow this, create a ginormous rail all over the planet, the interior of the planet, and just to put a few temperature shift plates at strategic locations so that the ice melts into water. And then just do your best to keep the fight against the ice on your side, so that you don't, at least don't get the perception that you are losing progress, because technically speaking you are never losing progress, because the heat that doesn't get deleted, although when the game bugs out a few chunks of ice, I think it's deleting a little bit of heat, but if that doesn't happen, we are not deleting heat, therefore, we are always making progress. But contemplations aside, my friends, now, hindsight is 2020, right? But good news is, I believe we now have enough red bolts to fully charge this thing, right? Charging progress 100%. So there we go, the temporal tear is now fully charged, meaning we can now turn this thing off, saving us on a little bit of power, which means we won't be consuming as much cold or natural gas once we get it. So now, my friends, the temporal tear is finally ready to be fired upon the stars, but of course that we are not going to do that on today's episode. No. That is going to have its own episode not tomorrow, but the next episode that we get is going to be fully dedicated to this fantastic event, my friends. It is just beautiful and it deserves some attention. So, my friends, given that our objectives seem to be just on reach, I think we'll have to make a small compromise when it comes to the interplanetary sauna. Given the amount of time that we have to work with, I'm going to cut the sauna in half, separating all of this water from the remaining of the chamber. In fact, I should probably make this out of, insulated tiles, just, because temperature is a thing, and tiles are also, they transmit temperature, so let's use the remaining of materials that we have around. Let's build a few thingies. We are going to keep a little bit of water, because we still need water to sprinkle on top of the volcanoes, at least until they transform everything into steam, and then we won't need them anymore, because everything is going to be steam. But yeah, my friends, I think this is the best solution for our problem. We attempted to do something massive, but time constraints impede us of doing what we actually wanted, so, small compromise. Oh wow, you know what, my friends, we still have a few cycles in this episode, so, yeah, I didn't realize that we needed to do a couple of things. You see, we need to deconstruct this rail line so that we can build it from here into this point, because, yeah, this thing is expensive, and I don't have the materials over here, you see, yeah. Unfortunately, we can't build it out of iron, which is something that we have plenty of. The remaining of the stuff I will leave behind because I don't care about it, but those resources we need. So, yeah, I'm going to finish insulating the chamber, and then I'm going to deconstruct the line and reconstruct it over here. Alright, my friends, I think this is far more achievable. If we don't have to worry about all of this water, I think it still might be able to get a almost planetary size sauna, the almost being the crucial part in here. I'm already venting some of this polluted oxygen out of here so that the steam can finally have access to the steam turbine, so in this case the steam turbine have access to the steam. This steam is already at a pretty nice temperature, so by the time it arrives in here it should still be hot, and so we might be able to start producing a little bit of renewable power, which would be fantastic. And then we only have to kinda turn all of this water into steam. It's not a lot if you look at this, at least in comparison to what we had. I'm also going to build a couple of temperature shift plates, because why not? Our dupes don't have it. They don't have precisely a lot of things to do, they just are going to do sweeping commands and whatnot, so while some do sweeping, others can do building. Just building a couple of temperature shift plates, it's not going to hurt anyone. I'm pretty certain it's only going to help. Well, my friends, we are almost done with the removal of the polluted oxygen. The final layer is, shall we say, a little bit complicated. Not complicated, it's just going to take a little bit of time, because we are absorbing more steam than polluted oxygen right now, which is kind of unfortunate, but as long as we are continuing ejecting some of that polluted oxygen, we are going to be fine. Which means that soon these steam turbines will be able to start gathering a little bit of steam and using it to produce power. Now we are going to limit them to 140 degrees so that we don't get any problems like the ones we had over here, right? Where the water just condensated and all of the machinery broke. We don't want that now, do we? So, yeah. Now, I should probably start sending a little bit of oxygen over here, given that we still need to repressurize all of this because of the unfortunate leak. So, given that we have a little bit of downtime on the interplanetary launcher, I think I'm going to do just that. Oh, would you look at that? Some of these steam turbines already have the access they need to the steam, which is pretty nice. There is only a few pockets left of polluted oxygen. I'm going to let these things run, at least for as long as we have polluted oxygen in here, of course. But yeah, I'm pretty happy, my friends. We are finally achieving what we have been working for like, I don't know, maybe 5 episodes. I don't even remember when we started doing this thing. It has been a very long time, and we didn't achieve the completely sized planetary steam chamber, but it's pretty nice, I have to admit. It's a good compromise, shall we say. Would you look at that, my friends? Ain't that beautiful? Now these things are only not working because of the temperature automation. We don't want the temperature in here to go too low. Besides, if it goes close to 125 degrees, we'll barely be producing any power anyway, so... yeah, pretty cool. At least now is already functioning, which is unbelievable. Now, we still have a little bit of water to turn into steam in here, but that is also... pretty close to happening. We have 95 degrees water over here. The water on this side is a little bit colder at 80 degrees, but over time this thing is going to turn itself into steam. We still have plenty of pressure to go through. Our limit is close to 100 kilograms of steam. That's when we overpressurize the iron volcanoes. So as long as we are under the 100 kilo of steam pressure per tile, I think we are okay. And this toilet thingy, this warning, I really don't know why this thing keeps popping up now. Since the patch, this thing is now more like more prevalent than ever. I really don't get it. I think it doesn't calculate the toilets within the Spacefarer modules anyway anymore, and so it just tells me that we don't have enough toilets, which is a lie because every single dupe has their own toilet. Well, my friends, the job of our dupes, it's kinda done in here. We'll have to have a dupe over here to open the temporal tear. However, our builder dupes, they have no longer a purpose for being in here. I built a filter over here and another one over here so that we can send the oxygen this way. So that this way we can filtrate both oxygen and natural gas, right? And both capsules can be recovered by any one of these two payloader openers. We need a little bit of oxygen over here on this colony to pressurize this chamber and to resupply the rocket anyway. I probably should send this rocket back so that these dupes can go towards their final destination, and then I just sent one dupe, like for example, this rocket over here, which is already ready to go, right? Everything is ready? Let's go then. And Bahi will have the privilege of opening the temporal tear. That is, of course, if she doesn't screw up and mess up her suit, preventing her from leaving the cockpit, of course. Those kinds of things can happen a lot. So, yeah, now that I say that, I probably should leave this rocket over here. And in here we see the advantage of having this thingy, the automatic payloader opener. Now, my friends, the more I think about it, probably we wouldn't need a targeting beacon if we had more space exposed to, if we had a larger area exposed to space, right? Without having a bunch of solar panels covering. You can just put the targeting beacon within the pool and then put an auto sweeper on either side and then put a payloader next to the auto sweeper, and that also covers everything. So you can avoid having the mechanized airlock mechanism. However, this is also helpful for areas where space exposure is a, shall we say, space problem. But well, my friends, given that we have taken care of the polluted oxygen, I think it is time for us to, oh, what? Oh, I hate you, dupe, so much. Come on, build this out of the correct material. Jesus, it's the second time they do this. In any case, it's not it's my fault, so, yeah, in any case, my friends, now that we have removed all of the polluted oxygen, I say let's remove a little bit of this carbon dioxide as well. It's not doing anything, so we can always try to remove it. We lose nothing. We can filtrate the steam, make sure that the steam stays within the chamber, and then the carbon dioxide just gets expelled into space. And yeah, I am pretty happy with this now. What? No one is trapped. Disregard that. Forget that. That is not happening. Someone is just making is just pretending, crying wolf within the nuclear power plant. I was going to say something. Well, I thought for a while I don't remember what I was going to say, but in any case, this thing is now functioning, which is pretty cool, and well, now we just need to hang out a little bit so that we can open the temporal tear in the next episode. I still want to finish this, but after I'm done with that, I'm going to close access to the chamber, because there is like no point in us going in there anymore. And yeah, we can just operate the chamber remotely, and if we need to go over there, we can always give them access again. So yeah, pretty cool. Oh, here we go. Over on this side, the water is starting to evaporate and turn itself into steam, which is awesome. Over on this side, we have a little bit more water, and so it's taking a little bit more time, but it's going to get there anyway. Unfortunately, the steam pressure is preventing us from using this thing to remove the carbon dioxide. But well, it is what it is. It doesn't really matter. The carbon dioxide can sit on the bottom, not really bothering us too much, and the remain of the chamber can absorb the heat pretty well, so I'm happy with the results. Now, my friends, I bring more good news. All of the water has been turned into steam, which is just wonderful. We end up with a pressure of 33 kilograms of steam, and not too bad. Is well below the 100 kilograms, so we are fine on that. We kind of wanted to have at least above 10 kilograms, so that we could avoid spike temperature. This way it's a lot harder for the volcanoes to achieve incredibly high temperatures, right? Because there is a lot of steam to absorb that temperature. But at the same time, it makes it so that it is a little bit difficult to raise the temperature, because once again there is so much steam to absorb that temperature that overall the temperature doesn't increase that much. But oh well, that's totally fine. Over time, this temperature is going to reach the 140 degrees required to get this thing operational. And once we are there, this thing will be flickering a lot on and off, but that's totally fine. Now, my friends, the cool thing is that now, because all of the things are operational, we are not consuming a lot of power, except for when the thermo aqua tuner is turned on, which is not often. So we are actually quite well on our power situation, which means we can turn on the... Oh, I made a small mistake. Okay, I forgot about this thingy, and I close myself. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. We'll break into this. That's totally fine. Yeah, I was thinking about, well, we can let go of our friend from that cryo tank, but no. We still need to get this thing operational. I'm just going to put a pump in here, put some of this water inside of the system, and then we can open these doors up, because, well, this is already pressurized. We need to deliver one suit, or let's say a couple of suits for our friend, so that it can come and go as he please. It's not going to have a suit repair system, so we'll need to bring suits back with us to repair them, but that's totally fine. This dupe should not be doing a lot inside of this colony, given that most of it's automated in the first place. There we go, let's put some water into this system. While we waited for that, further modifications were required to this thing, because as we can see, the very hot iron is coming through this line over here, which is increasing the temperature of the this apartment considerably. So I diverted the cooling loop over here to keep the temperature under control, and now that the line is almost empty, in fact, I'm going to snip it just to... Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. If we snip the line, it doesn't continue flowing, so I was just waiting for the line to be empty before I do anything. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Please don't let any other packet go through. It's going to let... That's fine. That's fine. Because it's already there, so it's not going to be a major problem. There we go. So we connect right there and connect right there so that the packets go around. They will go through the cooling loop, making sure that the temperature is nice and cold before it all drop over here. There we go. Now we can deconstruct this, get those materials back. Beautiful. Now we just need some oxygen to be delivered over here, which I assume it's within these interplanetary payloads. And everything should be ready to receive the new tenant into this apartment. Oh, and would you look at that, because we have the steam turbines going, we even have excess power. We don't see that going around every day. I gotta be honest, my friends, this thing actually runs for longer than I first anticipated. In fact, the temperature is slightly increasing over time. However, we have to take into consideration that the volcanoes will go dormant soon, and right now all of the volcanoes are active, so it's only natural that the temperature is actually increasing a little bit. But the second one of them goes into idleness, they are going to the temperature is going to start dropping, which is pretty nice. We have a bunch of power in here in storage, always cool. And oh, I would get out of there, Bubbles. Yeah, okay. That was interesting. Someone was, Bubbles really wanted to have an injection of radiation in her brain, you see. Yeah, that happened. Very interesting, but okay. Well, my friends, I'm just sending all of my rockets on one final mission each. And, well... they have served us well. They have served us well. Look at the amount of missions that we have performed with all of them. It is just ridiculous, and I wish, once again, I'm going to say this, I wish I had started counting the missions sooner, because I think we would end up with a crazy number. But oh well. Over here, my friends, we are almost ready to receive our new friend. We'll have to go over there and unfrost it, and then the friend will go through a crazy journey, but we are only missing one piece, one final piece, which is the checkpoint. Come on, right there. Beautiful. I think we'll unfrost the friend in the next episode, and then we just leave with all of the rockets, right? And then we'll have the friend activate the temporal tear. Or not, maybe we'll leave everybody behind, and that way they can observe that beautiful event. After all, we might want to have some witnesses over here, right? You know what, my friends, our dupes are idling around over here. How about we make our final act of this episode, the defrosting of this friend? Let me see, we can move past through here. A little bit of water is going to get in here and maybe cool this down, but that's fine. We'll also create a mess, we'll clean it up later. That's totally okay. Let's go and defrost our friend, shall we? And here we go. Friend, you're going to get quite the journey. And we got ourselves a Herald. Herald is thawed. Now, will Herald survive? That's another question. Herald, I would get out of there, like, immediately. You know? Oh no. Will Herald survive? I don't know, my friends. I don't know if Herald is going to be able to survive. He's too slow. He's too slow. Come on, Herald. Oh, no. This is too painful to watch, my friends. We should probably have brought a suit for Herald, but, well... I'm sorry, Herald. I think he would be bad. Oh, we can still rescue Herald. Can someone go over there and rescue him? I think that Mima is going... Come on, Mima, you can always run faster than Herald. Maybe you can still survive. Come on. Come on, Herald. Hold on, come on. You'll get your breath. Come on, come on, come on. Ah! My god, so close, my friends. Holy Jesus, I can't believe that we killed Herald. Ah, a sad moment. We almost got a playthrough without any killings, without any deaths. Oh well. Well, my friends, this is very sad, but I suppose that Harold is going to get another resting spot, right? I don't know, I think we... Are you joking? Is this a joke? Come on, guys. Well, my friends, I suppose we'll have to leave this for the next episode because my dupes had a small moment. They are probably sad that we lost a friend that they never got to know in the first place. We can never now know if Harold was a good dupe or not. Oh well. Sad moments. But at least we tried to give him a better life than being perpetually frozen in a cryotank. But in any case, my friends, as this cycle comes to an end, so must this episode. And with the end so close, I can only wonder... Oh, come on, base manager, come on. With the end so close, I can only wonder how our dupes are feeling about the recent events. But oh well. With all of this said, my friends, I hope that you have enjoyed this episode and that you are enjoying the series so far. If you are, please consider subscribing and help the channel grow. But in the meantime, this is the base manager signing out. Bye bye.